We start at 4 o'clock with Brighton police. They're trying to figure out what led up to a shooting death of a woman at a hotel.
This happened just after noon today. Police say they got a call of a woman with a gunshot wound at this hotel. Investigators could be seen combing the area of the Quality Inn off of Brighton Road. Witnesses saw a man drive away in a black pickup truck with Texas plates. Brighton officers stopped a truck that matched that description, but it turns out it wasn't the person they were looking for. So the search for the shooter continues this evening. Police have not said anything else about the investigation, but of course we'll update you as soon as we learn more on this one.
A rideshare driver has been charged with kidnapping and sexual assault of several women over 4 years here in the Denver area.
The Office of Denver's district attorney identified the driver as 41-year-old John Pastor Mendoza. 9 News reporter Jaleesa Irizarry has been following this case today. And Jaleesa, it sounds like they got some help from a local nightclub.
Yeah, the district attorney's office said Pastor Mendoza was a driver when the women would use a ride-sharing app to get a ride. They believe these incidents occurred between 2018 and 2022. Trax nightclub was one of the many places police say he would pick people up from. But after police connected at least 2 of those alleged victims to that bar, they wanted to put this suspect on their radar. According to an arrest affidavit, within a week, a Trax staff member spotted Pastor Mendoza at the bar and was able to identify him, sending a photo of his license as well as his car to police. Police say the car matched a description given by a witness, and a woman allegedly sexually assaulted identified John Pastor Mendoza through a photo lineup. Police say they searched Pastor Mendoza's home and found at least 1 bank card and 18 cell phones, many of them to be of some of the survivors. Pastor Mendoza faces 41 felony counts alleging that he kidnapped, sexually assaulted, or attempted to sexually assault 10 women. Police believe there may be more out there. Blue Bench, a sexual assault survivor support center, has a message for those individuals.
For the folks who may not have come forward yet or may choose not to come forward at all, know that you're believed, and how important and powerful you are in reclaiming your story. Agencies like the Blue Bench are available to, again, provide that support.
Lyft and Uber were both mentioned as apps Pastor Mendoza allegedly used, according to the arrest affidavit. We did reach out to both apps, and a representative with Uber said the suspect has never used their platform to drive. Lyft has yet to get back to us. Tom and Alex, Pastor Mendoza is scheduled to appear in court in early November.
It's a scary story when you talk about the evidence that they've already found.
Right, and young women, like, this is their first step in making the safe choice, right? They're not drinking and driving. They want to be safe. They just want to get home and not hurt anybody else. This is not okay.
Yeah, truly a troubling situation.
Right, Jaleesa, thank you. A Wisconsin group is asking the U.S. Supreme Court to block President Joe Biden's student loan forgiveness program.
This is the Brown County Taxpayers Association that filed the request for the court to step in on an emergency basis, temporarily blocking the program from taking effect. Now, they claim it violates the separation of powers by encroaching on Congress's exclusive spending power. Now, the group did file its request to Justice Amy Coney Barrett. This after a federal judge dismissed its case and an appeals court refused that emergency request for a pause. Applications for student loan forgiveness officially opened on Monday.
Giving you a live look outside, just a beautiful Wednesday, blue skies, warm weather. Kathy, I have no complaints. What do you think?
Nobody's complained, except maybe Tom.
Tom, what'd you say?
I'm complaining, but not about that.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So I got a list of other stuff. The
That's
weather,
normal.
Not on the list.
Yeah.
I know, I heard something over there. Halfway through the week, a beautiful week of weather with sunshine and 75, like the country song. Joe Nichols sings that. If you're looking for sunny and 75, here it is. A beautiful pattern for Colorado. It's not going to last. We're tracking a storm for the weekend that could mean mountain snow by Sunday and some changes here in Denver on Monday. Today, beautiful blue skies, but the winds have been kicking up out of the north as a weather system tracks to the east of us. Those gusty northerly winds have elevated our fire danger today, and we do have a red flag warning out for much of eastern Colorado. Travel a little tricky up over the Continental Divide on I-70. We've been monitoring the traffic off and on all day. These are your current readings. 77 degrees in Denver, 82 in Lamar. When you look at these current readings, consider the average high this time of year is about 64 degrees. Again, gusty winds out of the north, Fort Collins, out toward Fort Morgan. Strasburg, out toward the Lyman area. Temperatures will trend down after sunset, as you might imagine, but comfortable weather conditions between now and 9. We're going to talk much more in detail about the red flag warning, the elevated fire danger. Will that be something we'll discuss for tomorrow as well? The weekend storm, yep, snows in the forecast for at least the high country. But what about Denver? We'll talk all about that, you guys, coming up in just a few minutes in our main weather segment.
Yeah, Sunday includes a Broncos home game, so there are a lot of people very interested in that forecast.
That's right. And of course, the sports4recast, right?
Yeah, we'll be talking about that in just a few minutes.
I'll bet we will.
We'll see you in a bit. Thanks, Kathy. So there are fewer students now than there used to be when it comes to Denver public schools. And because of the decline in enrollment, the district is saying it's going to have to close some elementary and middle schools.
Now, DPS will announce which schools in the coming days. 9 News reporter Cole Sullivan joins us now with just how the district will decide which schools to close. What did they say, Cole?
Alex, they said the district is focused on schools with fewer than 275 students. On those campuses, it says it simply doesn't have enough money to provide the student services other larger schools get. The district says it's down 6,000 students in the past 5 years. In the next 3, it expects to see another decrease of about 3,000 students. And that adds up, the district says, to a budget cut of $36 million. That's where the school closures, the district likes to call them consolidations, come in. Schools with fewer than 215 students are likely on the chopping block. Schools with less than 275 kids and a projected decline in enrollment are too.
Something that we are taking very seriously and something that really needs to happen in order for us to provide the quality education, the wraparound support, and also having a staff that stays consistent throughout your entire career while you're at that school. It's important and we have to do it this way.
So here's what happens next. The district will release its list of proposed school closures in the next couple of weeks, could be the next couple of days. There will then be community meetings for parents, and then the school board will vote on the closures at its November meeting. Assuming they approve them, the schools will close before classes start next fall.
You understand the need for this, but when it comes to specific students and families, this is hard.
It's really hard. Nobody wants to see the elementary school they went to close. Nobody wants to have to drive further or see their kids switch schools at this point as well. It's a tough decision the district says it's just got to make.
Yeah, a lot of people wanting to know which schools. Please keep us posted, Cole.
We will.
Thanks.